The following video is a description of a near-death experience that I had the other night. Now, as I am not in a hospital tied up to any tubes, I'm not looking for any pity, merely recanting a story which I found to be pretty interesting and cool, and requesting you guys to go down in the comments and tell me about any near-death experiences you've had. So that being said, let's get on with the episode. Hello, and welcome back. Last video I talked about DMX, RIP Mr. D, because he passed away. And in the video I mentioned how short he was. And then I mentioned that I'm also short, under 6 foot. Which pissed me off, right? But I also said it made me feel like Wolverine, being short. Nothing will make you feel more like Wolverine than getting hit by a car, knocked onto another car, rolled onto by another car, and then emerging pretty much unscathed. Which is exactly what happened to me. I was struck by a car that decided to run a red light that just happened, knocked onto another car who decided to go as soon as the light turned green, as soon as this light turned red, decided to start going, and then rolled off of that car, and the car that was next to it about to make a turn stopped and just kind of rolled onto me. All of that being said, and the fact I don't remember it at all, I can see it, but from only the outside, which makes me think of like out-of-body experiences and shit. But I was told what happened. The only thing I can really remember specifically is my knees hurting on the concrete as I tried to crawl across the concrete. And then I remember laying on the grass and the sidewalk, and then lights. And then help had arrived. And I'm not going to go into any details about all of that stuff, but I will tell you I got scraped here and here, and my elbow is got a slight fracture, a hairline fracture, which does not require any. I'm supposed to have an ace bandage, and I'm supposed to keep it straight, but I don't want to do that because it itches. I can't keep it on. Just like I'm supposed to have an ace bandage right here because I got 2 broken ribs. Ah, fuck. They're not even broken. They're just fractured as well, a hairline fracture. So everything that happened to me was minor. Everything that happened was minor. And my knee is hurt. I can bend it. Straightening it out kind of hurts. Keeping it like a little bent is okay. Walking around is all right. Steps really suck. This knee hurts the most, and this side of me hurts the most. My shoulders hurts, my ribs hurt, my knee hurts. This side of me hurts superficially. I have a scrape on my knee. This hurts and this hurts, and just every once in a while I feel my knee hurt a bit. But I'm fine. I was struck by a car, landed on another car, got rolled on by another car, which is what broke my ribs. Thankfully, he stopped. Thankfully, the guy saw me roll off of the car that was in front and just slammed on the brakes. Or he would have just rolled over me completely. Now, if just the bumper rolling my body cracked my ribs, imagine like if the whole car would have just kept rolling me up. It would have just been like. Now, here's the thing, man. Odds. I've crossed the street so many times, in my life. never got hit by a car crossing a street. I mean, I've probably crossed the street thousands of times. Maybe 10,000 times in my life. But this time, I wasn't even illegally crossing the street. I was in the crosswalk, you know. Now, granted, I had jetted out to the to the island. There's like a little island where the turn is, and I had crossed already to that because there was no cars coming. There were cars coming this way, but I was like, I can just cross to the island and I'll wait there. And then when the light turned red here, I was like, skip, 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 blam! I have to be very careful not to make any jerking motions because that didn't feel very good at all. But this is the thing, man. I am so used to pain. I was hurt recently out at the spot. Like, I think I broke my toe. I could still move it, but not all the way, and it still kind of hurts, right? But I just kind of live with that shit. It's like how much can you feel pain before you just get over it? And you just say, hey, man, I know this is how old people are. Eventually somebody turned 60, 70 years old, and they were just like, well, I'm not going to let a little arthritis hold me back, or this or that, you know? I need my knee to get better, though, because I don't want to be that 60-year-old who's like, can't get down squat. I need to run still. I need to jump obstacles still. Like, I need to be able to do, like, American Ninja Warrior course. I have to be in that type of physical condition. It's going to be so disheartening to me when I realize what age class I'm in as far as physical strength, you know? And I never really believed too much in age. Ugh. Yeah, I should probably have that turned off. Why I just don't do these things right away, I'll never know. But, yeah, it's amazing, really. In certain circumstances, you feel like, man, the human body can take so much. But then you realize that, like, a couple hard metal objects can just squish you, you know? It hurts to breathe and everything, so smoking weed right now is off the table. It hurts to take a deep breath, like it just hurts. It hurts right in the back, man. I'm thinking like right where the two ribs join, and all I have to do is push on them. I can feel it. Here's a rib. If I push it, oh snap! And I don't mean snap, but Jesus, it's not snapped. I know that much, but it hurts, bro. But I'm also thankful, and and I'm catching up on Stargate SG-1, which if you haven't watched Stargate SG-1, I would suggest watching that. That's one of my Andy's suggestions. It's a good show. It's just like it's one that gets you sucked in, and you can watch. It's almost like you can watch each episode on its own and not have to watch it all in order. But you kind of do, because they have the storyline that they're following. But at the same time, each episode is like a standalone story. So You know, I, I, I enjoy it. At first, I didn't want to watch it, but now I'm fine watching it. Uh, so, what about out of body experiences? Because I don't. If I like, I get these little flashes. Last night, while I was laying down right before bed, I got this little flash of like the world spinning and then slamming onto a car. And but when I think about it and try to remember the situation, it's like I remember it from far away. I remember it from like the lady's perspective or something. It's like somebody else's perspective I see it from, and I feel like that's an out of body experience, right? But it did. I didn't have that experience at the moment. It's only like now looking back at the situation, I can only picture it from far away. Like I can see myself like getting thrown over this way, pushed really hard over this way, hitting the car and going over the hood, and then ow. Mm. Hmm. It's so hard to like find a really comfortable position, and I'm not going to be able to stay up like this very long. I've been sitting down a lot over there, and this is not very conducive to making my knees comfortable. It's really hard to find a really comfortable position. It's like if I sleep on this side, my knee, my shoulder, and my ribs hurt like at a deep like bone level. But if I roll over onto this side, it's like this, and my knee and my hip are just on the bed, like scraping. So that hurts. So then I just lay flat, and it's hard to breathe because as my chest rises, it just hurts my rib. So it's been kind of tough sleeping. In fact, I'm probably just want to take a nap. Got really nervous though about the crazy thing is the first thing I remember thinking about when I realized what happened. I realized, oh, I was hit by a car. When I realized that, and I was like laying there on the street, and I was like, oh man. I remember thinking like, okay, I still have my phone. And I was thinking about the stylus on my phone. I was like, I have to look at my phone. Oh, the stylus is still there. And I'm like, oh shit, I don't even have any battery on my phone. It was at 2% when I left the metro. It was Sunday night, so I just decided to walk. And I was just walking. I had been walking a good hour. It was okay. But I couldn't even call an Uber because my phone wouldn't. My phone was just gonna die, So I wouldn't be able to like get through it, get through an Uber call. But it is what it is, If things changed, if things were slightly different, if I would have went to my boy's house, or if I would have stayed the night at my boy's house instead of leaving to go home, then it wouldn't have happened. If I would have had battery on my phone enough to call an Uber, then I would have done that, and then I wouldn't have got hit by a car. Anyway, you ever been hit by a car? Anybody ever had bones broken? Let me know in the comments below. Right now, I just want to straighten myself and sit back on my chair because leaning over like this, it does feel kind of good, but sitting back up is just too much work. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go and go back into my healing process. Like, subscribe, comment, share, ideas, support. Anybody want to come and help, please do that. Let me know. I'm always looking for help. I'm looking for people to do the computer. I'm looking for people to run the cameras, for people to do things, edit. Come on, get in on the ground level. Let's do this. Ugh.